This is politics. Clear. Until those issues are exhausted, nobody has the right to override the constitution. What people are saying actually is a coup, and that coup cannot be allowed in a democracy that is maturing like that of Nigeria. It's actually something that the APC is. We know that that is the last push from the opposition, because you couldn't stop his emergence as a candidate of our party. In fact, yesterday, our Peter Obi said he wished APC will have produced Osinbajo. What's your business with who the party produced? So you see that even during our primary, the opposition were expecting certain candidates to have emerged from our party.
I'm sure the APC was also expecting things in other parties too. So
of course, that's why we see it as politics. And it is not in our own position to debate about whether Asiwaju will be sworn in or not, because it's a constitutional matter. It's the issue of rule of law. Except if the people that have contested this election with Asiwaju do not believe in democracy. If they don't believe in democracy, then they can say, if it is not us, let there be nobody. But if they believe in democracy, the issue is in court. You have gone to court. The court is listening to your case. Allow the process to go on. Why are we swearing in 28 governors, for example? It's because the court has intervened in our democracy. The court has helped in strengthening and deepening our democracy. And to build a democratic nation, it takes a lot of patience. So I'm calling on these people who are thinking that they can stop the inauguration of Asiwaju to rethink if they really mean well for Nigeria. Look at what is happening around Africa. If we do something that would destabilize our democracy in a time that things are hard already, even when government is going on, even when there's government, think of doing it and there is no a legitimate government in place, or think of maybe some people think military. My brother, Asiwaju will be sworn in on 29th of May as the president of Nigeria. Nobody can stop the swearing in of Asiwaju. He was elected, and he has moved to the defense house since. The preparation is going on because the system, our institution, have commenced the movement. In fact, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, have moved out of the villa on transition out of the villa. So while these people are there, they have their right to talk. They have their right to decide, to say, okay, this is what we want. But the government of Nigeria also have the right to protect the constitution and also to protect the institution of government.
Oh, okay, Ambassador, let me ask you this. A lot of people look at the agitation, look at the activism that has followed the election, look at the complaints, regional, religious, a lot of heating of the polity. And now the question is, Nigerians have never been this divided. How did we get here? What happened?
Well, it's very unfortunate that we had issues in the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, issues where some people feel excluded. There's this kind of exclusion from the system, and even some felt the issue of banditry made a lot of communities. Security issues are on, and many people feel that. Many have come to realize that, my brother, your security, your well-being, your rising and falling is in the hand of the chief executive of this country. So many have realized that you shouldn't just be aloof during political time. So the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has given a lot of people the idea that if you don't participate, if you say it doesn't concern me, those that we participate and the leaders that we emerge will whatever decisions, whatever policy they adopt will affect you. And if you listen to President Muhammadu Buhari, he said that if you look at my government, we have played key roles in trying to build infrastructure, gratuity, pension. You know, we have done a lot, but Nigerians are not looking at their state governors. While Buhari was busy working himself out for Nigeria, the governors were busy pushing the blames on Buhari, eating their own security vote. You know, our soldiers were overstretched. You will see that the duties of the state government were pushed to the federal government. Most of the state government were not doing anything at all outside borrowing and squandering money. And they push it on President Muhammadu Buhari. And you see, most of the narrative they spread during the election, during the campaign, is what make a lot of people to feel that no, our problem is from the federal. But if you look at Nigeria deeply, you will see that the problem of Nigeria at the moment is from the state and the local government. Look at even the local government autonomy that many believe that will have helped to strengthen the community life in Nigeria, to give the local government a breathing space to operate. Let development come from the local government. There was a time that civil servants were moving their transfer from federal government to the local government, state to the local government. But now you see that issues that the state government have destroyed the local government system. They have borrowed the state out, and so many problems are going on in the states that the governors are not giving attention to. Yet they come to tell the people that the president is the issue. Even now that the president have even signed in the act that give the legislators their autonomy, you will see that the governors are still not accepting the fact that we can run a decent democracy where the legislators and the executive are independent. You see that Buhari gave the executive, the legislators, their own independence. He did not interfere in judicial matter. He did not interfere in the issue of National Assembly. Even the emergence of Saraki then, many people were shocked because they were expecting the normal thing to go on. But this man, President Muhammadu Buhari, he believed that the institution of Nigerian government should work. He gave the state all their money. Wike could testify. He said that despite him being in the opposition, the APC government of Muhammadu Buhari ensured that he get all his legitimate allocation. Now it's not left for him to either choose to develop his state or not. But some squandered that money and still went on to borrow more money and do not give attention to the basics of the of government. And when things skyrocket out of proportion, they push the blame on the federal government.
All right, if you're just joining us, it's Insight on Citizen FM 93.7. My guest is Ambassador Rinkwesi Mori. He is a media personality, a former media aide to Senator Emmanuel Abuja, is also the president of Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace. And Ambassador Mori is also a member of the National Institute for Public Relations. I hope that is correct.
Yes.
All right. So,
and as I'm a member of Society for Peace Studies and Practice.
Yes, I know that, and we are coming to that because there are a lot of issues concerning peace, especially in Taraba State, that we will also touch on. And so, you can interact with us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. We will take a short break now, and when we return, we will look at other local issues in Taraba, security issues of peace. We will also look at some other issues, especially as it affects political parties and nation building. Insight will return in a moment. Please don't go away.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. 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 Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You can also call us on 0818-22-22205 or 0818-22-22206. Any of these numbers, let's talk with our guests. And you can also send us a WhatsApp message on any of the numbers. Our social media platforms are also still available for your interaction on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. So let's talk. Ambassador Muri, let's go into some other critical things that I've noticed in the polity. One, in your party, it looks as if it's a very trying times for the party. The party is battling to get its zoning of officers in National Assembly right. It's proving a very daunting task so far. Is this something for the party to worry about?
No, the party is not trying to. The party has already zoned.
Okay, just a minute. We have a caller here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Robert.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing fine. My name is Emmanuel, calling you from Yanya, Abuja.
Okay, Emmanuel, please go ahead.
Good morning to our guest. Good morning. Lawrence, talking about, you asked a question. Nigeria have never been divided like this. And I was expecting our guest to answer the question.
He did.
All that he was doing.
He did.
No, he did not. On my own side, he did not, because all that he was busy telling us was simple, that President Muhammad Buhari regime has actually proved to Nigeria that if you do not participate in government, then you shouldn't expect anything. That's where his analysis was going to. And I beg to differ. Why do I say so? I know that leadership is given by God for people to use to shape the future of the nation, and the people in particular, not political party, not ethnicity, not religion. Because the first thing in this world is humanity first, before your religion, before your tribe. See, that I did not vote for APC or to vote President Muhammad Buhari shouldn't deny me my right. It should not. You see, that is the problem we have in Africa. When people always have that idea that if you do not like me, then things will not go to you. It shouldn't be like that. Because he made a particular statement trying to push the blame to the state. We all know that the states have their own problem. We all know that federal have their own problem. We know that. Very clear. For instance, now you go to America, you tell the people, now that Republican is ruling, Democrats will tell Republican, because you people voted for Trump, you did not vote for me. That means the dividends of democracy will not be extended to you. No, it shouldn't be like that. You are going to end up creating problem in that nation.
All right.
And that is exactly what is going on in Nigeria.
All right.
It shouldn't be like that. And people like him shouldn't be preaching that ideology on national radio or crying out loud.
All right.
That is not right.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you. I'm sure that Ambassador Mori would want to react to that.
Yeah, I think the caller got me wrong. I said there are a lot of challenges that the administration of Muhammadu Buhari is facing. The people are going. I talk about security challenge, rising poverty, and I even gave an example that people have realized that who you put in power can affect your destiny, can decide your income, can decide a lot of things that happen to you. So I wasn't trying to say that President Muhammadu Buhari, a regime where if you don't vote him, you won't get. In fact, the state that were most affected by this regime.
Ambassador, just a moment, please. Let's take this. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Colin from Gary.
Okay, Collins, please go ahead. Please make it very snappy, please.
Okay, no problem. Although my contribution is much for research, make it very snappy. I just want to ask a question. I am part of the unknown person in this country, and as I am like this, I have a lot of things to offer to this country. I have tried to contribute one or two things, one or two projects, but I don't know where to channel it. You see, all these things we are talking about, just like the ambassador just said, I might pick one or two things and accept what he says. Our problem likely might start from the communities. So I have some projects to go around this, but most of us, like us, we don't have people to speak out for us. And now this new government is coming in. They should just, not by promising, by saying things and don't work on that things. And not that when they come in, just like the first person contributed, not that they will not start segregating. They will have one party, these people who support those, like people that don't support this, they will not contribute to them. And then if you are different, maybe as they are ruling only Muslims, it's not possible, it's not proper. This is Nigeria, one country, one people. So this country will move forward. So please, I don't know if you can help me, so I can have the right channel, connect, if I can contribute my own projects also. Basically for the youth and the grassroots project.
Okay, thank you so much, Mori. Hello, Mori. Okay, yes, Mori. I don't know whether you can still hear me. Maybe before the ambassador even comes in, you can start with your lawmakers. I'm sure every Nigerian is represented by lawmakers, both at the state and at the federal level, and even your local government. So you can reach out to those who are representing you and put your proposals to them and see how we go from there. Before I come to Ambassador Mori, let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Larry.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, Maxman calling.
Maxman, it's been a while. Please go ahead.
Yeah, you see, our approach to leadership, both at the National Assembly, state, local government, has always been wrong. People aspire to become leaders when they see problem that the community or state or whichever place is facing and say, okay, Let me go there, this is how I can solve this problem. People go to aspire to become leaders to solve problems. Our own leaders, we just dream of wanting to becoming a leader because we want to be famous, and when as a government politician, as a politician, you can make quick money. Those are the two things aspiring is to leadership. If not, what are we actually dragging?
All right. Thank you so much.
If we were to be going by merit, we know who we choose. My question to us all now is, why are we denying merit a crown only to give to frauds to wear? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maxman. I think we will need to give you time to respond to some of those issues. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that the first caller misunderstood me because I was saying that the regime of Muhammadu Buhari reawakened us to the reality that everybody, every voter must come out and vote for the kind of leaders they want. You understand? And that was boiled down to the so many challenges that the government face, which are in the public domain: security, inflation, and so much. So everybody realized that the policy that the government makes actually affects me directly or indirectly. So everybody now, for the first time, a lot of people now went back to reactivate their voters card and wanted to participate, and a lot of people actually participated in the process. And that's what I was simply saying. I wasn't trying to justify the challenges or the failures of Muhammadu Buhari administration. No government in the world is perfect. And you can see that there is no part of this country, there is no part of the administration of Buhari. You see the Igbo man there, you see a Yoruba man there, you see a Hausa man there, you see a TV man there. All of our people are there. And like I said, it's time to move forward. That's why Tinubu has come with renewed hope to reassure Nigerians that this progressive family that came as a result of merger of different political parties actually meant well. And despite the challenges faced by Buhari regime, he want to renew our hope in the country.
Okay, Ambassador, I asked a question about the zoning of officers at the National Assembly. A lot of your members think your party is not getting it right, and it may cost your party the position of presiding officers, just like we witnessed in 2015.
Yeah, the party cannot always get it right for everybody in democracy. In democracy, the good part of democracy is that everybody have their own say, have their own decision to make, and the institutions also have their constitutional right to play. Whatever is going on now is recommendation. The people that will decide who will become the Senate president, the speaker, is not going to be the party, the political party. The political party have given their endorsement. The word is endorsement. A lot of people were endorsed during last election, and they did not emerge as president. So I just want us not to overheat the tempo because of the action of the party. The party cannot just sit and allow feel for all like that. The party have to look at the conglomeration. The party have to consider the issues on the table. A lot of agitations are on ground concerning the Muslim ticket that APC had during the election. So the party have to be careful that the Senate president does not go to a Muslim. That is, the party is very clear on that. That the Senate, the number 3 person goes to the Christian folks. The party is very meticulous in its own arrangement so that Nigeria can go together as a nation. I remember Tinubu came out and told the Christian families. He told the Christian that I did not choose Shetima because he's a Muslim. I choose Shetima because I am a Christian minority from the southern part.
Muslim minority.
I'm a Muslim minority from the southern part. If I come and choose a Christian minority from the north, it may affect my chance of emerging as president. So I decided to do it to win my election. Now the issues in the National Assembly is no longer about winning election. It's about forming a government now. And this must be we must be intentional in what we do to make sure that we bring everybody on board. And that, I think that's what the APC leadership have done to endorse Akpabio, who is a Christian, who has seen it all as a governor, as a high-ranking member of the National Assembly, as ranking senator. He believes in the APC. He left his position as a minority leader to join the APC. He has served as a minister in the APC. He believes so much in the APC, and now the APC is saying we believe that Akpabio will sell the agenda, will be part of it. So we just want to build an inclusive government as far as APC is concerned, but we are lobbying. We are not forcing it on the throat of the National Assembly.
Okay, Ambassador Muri, while all this is going on, the lobbying and everything, there is also allegations from the opposition. Yesterday, the Labour Party pointed accusing fingers at what is happening within their own party, that the leadership crisis they have. And they said this is sponsored by the APC.
Labour Party accusing APC for sponsoring their crisis? It's politics. You cannot run away from being accused in the political arena.
So are you saying this is
yes,
correct?
It's not correct, but it is a mere allegation just to push all their problem on APC. Just like I made it clear before that every problem that Nigeria has faced, the people want to push everything on Buhari, and I say no, there are other people. So a Labour Party should face their own family problem. We in APC, we have our own family problem that we're worried about. They shouldn't push the leadership crisis in their party to APC. It's not fair. You should come out and handle your problem maturely and leave APC out of it, than to come and say that the leadership crisis in your party. Don't we have leadership crisis in APC? We had it. We went through it. There is no political party.
And you still have it.
We still have it. So where can Labour Party be mature enough that we have crisis and we are handling it, than to say, oh, it's sponsored by... See, Labour Party is not acting matured as far as I'm concerned in some issues. Because they are blaming every institution of government. They are blaming INEC. Now, if they say, okay, let's go and conduct another election, is it Labour Party that will conduct its own election? You see, when you are in the court, you don't just be throwing tantrum everywhere. You say you want to scatter everything. But I want us to make sure that we conduct ourselves in this democracy in such a way that we can build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
Okay, Ambassador Muri, we really need to move on, and very fast, because we have less than 10 minutes or thereabout to wrap things up. And now, let's look at our fault lines of religion, ethnicity, language, and stuff like that. I also, when I was going through your resume yesterday, I realized that you are a certified peace building and conflict resolution practitioner. Now, how does this translate? How do you use this to resolve some of the issues of conflict, especially in Taraba state, which I know that you domicile? I'm not sure you're from Taraba, but you're really on ground in Taraba.
I'm from Taraba.
Well, because I saw something.
I'm a Kutep man from Taraba.
So how? Because this seems to be a recurring stuff in Taraba.
Let me tell you, Mr. Lawrence. When after my master's program and when I began my PhD in peace and conflict studies, I decided to go back to my community, Taraba, especially southern Taraba, which is ravaged by the Tiv and Jukun crisis, the Kutep and the Chamba crisis, the Fulani and the Hes and the farmers and the herdsmen crisis, banditry. So we have to come together. The first thing I did was that let us form a coalition. I started talking to young people that believe in what I believe. That it is one thing to just sit and be blaming government here and there. Who is the government? So we decided to form the Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace. And we started going to radio house, going to television house, going to meet the ethnic groups and started talking peace. And we come out clear that the issues we're facing is the issue of the lack of proper management of our diversity. Diversity management is we don't have that intercultural competence. Intercultural competence is when you are skilled in making sure that you see other person as complementary. There is something about the other person that you will like to do. Like, for example, the thief dance. The Jukun does not dance that way. The yam, the thief people like farming yam. The Jukun people learn how to farm the yam as well. And you see that once we look at our languages, it's something to glorify God for. So looking at our diversity, managing it well, is actually what is going to solve this. So we established the Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace, and we brought everybody on board, because even on the WhatsApp groups that we have, the Facebook, you have the TIF, they have their own forum. You have the Jukun, they have their own forum. But now we have a forum that brought everybody together, and we are beginning to talk. We are talking to each other. In fact, let me intimate you that we some of the issue, like this traditional chieftaincy issue, I have to explain to everybody to know that even the Britain, they are just doing it ceremonially. The colonial masters that colonized the other countries, they have to withdraw. So I was promoting that every culture should be free to preserve and protect its cultural heritage, instead of one culture trying to dominate on another culture. So this goes to Nigeria at large. Let us dialogue. You are an Igbo man, you just sit there in Aba and say Yoruba people are this and that. And you are a Yoruba man, you just say Igbo people are this and that. You start giving each other names. Why can't we come and say, oh, you are Igbo man, this is how I do it in my place. How do you do this in your place? How do you do that? So everybody start telling his own story by himself. Instead of you telling my story for me, I should be able to, just like in the party, instead of APC to talk about its own crisis, Labour Party will be accusing the APC, and APC will be accusing the Labour Party. Let us learn how to dialogue. Let everybody share his own story, but let us all believe that we are here to stay together as a nation, and that is the only way forward.
We're talking about how the parties behave now. By benefit of hindsight, we all know what happened in APC Taraba before the election. Some of your members are still angry with your leaders that they mismanaged the situation, and that cost them the governorship election.
Yes, APC could not manage the crisis well in Taraba State, to be frank. And I do not blame the APC members from Taraba, because this is politics. Why do we have the national office? The goal of the national office, the goal of having an advisory council, the goal of having even the board of trustee of political party is to resolve conflicts, because politics is a game of interest, and as long as politics is a game of interest, the role of leadership in the hierarchy of the party must remain on resolving conflicts. But now, if the leadership do not give attention to proper conflict management, or they ignore the problem, or they take side in the problem, you will see that you cannot manage the problem at the end of the day. So in Taraba, we had issues that we could see that the intervention from the party hierarchy, from in fact, you will never see we never see the president, who is the leader of the party, invite all the people that are in the crisis in Taraba, because they were all over the media, on television. They were all up and down, insulting, challenging themselves, but nobody called them. They were not invited to the villa to sit with Mr. President. What is your problem from Taraba? Nobody. So everybody, it was a free-for-all fight. And when brothers fight themselves to death, a stranger will come and take over their heritage. And that's what happened in APC Taraba. We fought ourselves to death. And I think we should learn from that fight. I was expecting that after the election, the party structure in the state will call for peace and dialogue and kickstart a peaceful resolution. But that wasn't seen. The first thing that come out from the party in Taraba is expulsion and suspension of, and that is not the solution, because everybody were not happy with each other. So now it's time for us to come together and talk to each other. And that didn't happen. So
right.
I am advising that.
Sorry, just a moment. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who's on the line, please?
From the Abuja.
Oh, I didn't get your name well.
Abdulrazak.
Okay, Abdulrazak, please go ahead.
Yes, once you want something, I beg you about this state on there. Is he who will get this state on matter? I don't even know.
I don't understand what are you saying?
You don't want to say you can like station, but later on that day, around 7 o'clock, God is speaking one language. I don't understand the language. Yeah, I'll call them sometime.
Okay. Maybe Abdulazam, call us back in 10 minutes time. Let's talk.
I'm giving a not to call the I cannot explain for me.
Okay, I don't really understand what you're saying. Maybe you can send us a message. Okay. Well, we can take one more call before we wrap it up. You can call us on 0818 222205 or 0818 2206. But you were about rounding your thoughts on that.
Yes, I am saying that nobody is going to come from any part of the world to address the problem you are facing in your country, in your state, in your party.
Hello, good morning. Sorry.
Yes, this is Mezeroa calling.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I have many things to say, but I want us. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to call or you give me a way to connect with the ambassador and maybe this station. But first of all, let me just ask him a question. This new government that is coming in, I want them to help us to get a platform, a means whereby they can gather the youth and make the youth have a say in this country.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's like this last caller was even predicting my mind what I was saying, because that's the last question we're about to look at, the issue of grassroots and youth development. I also understand from your resume that you are also deeply involved in stuff like this in Taraba State. So how a lot of politicians use this as maybe like a magic wand, especially during campaign. Oh, we are going to engage in grassroots development. We are going to do this about youth and everything. Vague promises. But in concrete terms, how do we galvanize our youth, the youth population?
You know, the youth in Nigeria are actually, you don't need to tell them what to do. They are already doing what they're supposed to do, and they played a major role in this last election. If you go to the National Assembly, you see that so many youths are there. They have succeeded in retiring most of those that wanted to come back. Like in 2015, 2019, you see a lot of governors rushing to national. Now, a lot of them couldn't even make it to the National Assembly because of the youth. The youth of Nigeria have woken up, and the president-elect has given his own policy on the youth. He is going to work with the youth. Just imagine the people the people he worked with from 1999 to that. They were young people then. He picked them up from all over the state. Lagos became like, if you cannot play politics in your state, just rush to Lagos and say Asiwaju. And once you have the talent, the skill, he will involve you. So I believe that it's high time for us to see that the youth should be co-op into the system. It's not only during election. A lot of them have served during election, and now when it's time for governance, you will see our elders push those active, skilled youth. It's not only involving youth. Are you involving competent youths in the system? If you see that all the sectors that are working in Nigeria today are run by youth, competent youths. But those sectors that are not working are also run by youths, incompetent youths. So you see that giving a young man appointment is not enough. Is he qualified to work in that position, or he's better off somewhere else? I think there should be that. And in Taraba State, for example, it is going on very, very well. The governor of Taraba State, the governor-elect, has made it very clear that if you are above 50, he won't involve you in his cabinet. So he wants to run a youth and a government, and he wants to run an inclusive government. If, despite the fact that he is PDP, he has said that he will, any party member, once you are competent from any party, you come with a vision that we can work together in Taraba. We can work together. That's an example from Taraba, and a lot of state governments have taken on such agenda for 20. So we should expect a new Nigeria indeed from 2023. We should expect changes, whether it's from PDP or APC. I believe that Nigerians in 2023 voted competence, if not even political parties.
All right, Ambassador Quincy Mori, we have to leave it at that. It's been such a lively opportunity talking to you, and we've really been we really enjoyed having you as our guest. Ambassador Quincy Mori is a former media aide to Senator Emmanuel Bwacha. Is also the president, Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace. Thank you so much for coming on Inside. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, that's a wrap on the program today. The program returns on Monday with another edition. My name is Lawrence Umotte. News on the Hour comes up next.